Hi, thank you for watching a new video blog from travel vlogger Jonathan Meijer. I am here today in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, the wavy sea of Copacabana Beach. The gluttony mistake that many people make when they go on a low-carb diet. I went on a low-carb diet maybe about, what was it, 15 years ago. I forgot the exact date, but I was 28, so whatever, 16 years ago. I started doing low-carb to lose weight. And I lost a lot of weight, thankfully, to this low-carb diet. But after a while, I gained some weight. And I didn't understand why I gained weight. Because I was doing everything correct. I was eating almost zero carbs. I was doing a daily walk of 1 hour. I thought it did fine. But slowly, I gained some more weight. Not quickly, not a lot. But I slowly gained some weight.
Zo mals en sappig. Wacht, wat gebeurt er? Ik zwel op! Watch out for gluttony. Pray every night and do fasting once in a while.
I noticed that it's not only about zero carbs. And this is the mistake that many will make when they start doing the low-carb lifestyle. Because you cannot go back once you know that carbs are destroying your health. Excessive amounts of carbs, talking about grains, sugars, you can't go back. So it's a lifestyle, and it's also my lifestyle for now 16 years. But I learned that to maintain the weight loss, you have to also be very careful about the calories that you take. And I first didn't want to admit this, because I said, no, it's all about the carbs. I made video blogs about this where I say this only reason why you got fat is the carbs.
So why are carbohydrates so unhealthy, and why are they causing all these obesity and other problems? In the first place, carbohydrates are unnatural. Grains, fruits, beans, we didn't eat them before agriculture. Agriculture exists since 10,000 years, and we only eat like this for 10,000 years. We only eat for 10,000 years. Grains, we only eat for 10,000 years. Beans, we only eat for 10,000 years. Rice, etc., etc., etc.
And it is true in a sense, but calories also count. You can get fat on a high carb diet, but also on a low carb diet. Losing weight can be done by removing all the carbs or eating low carb, because there's also carbs in eggs, in liver, in oysters, but the really processed carbs like grains, like sugar, if you remove them from your life, you will lose weight unless you also restrict your calories. Because if you eat a lot of cheese, if you eat cream like what I was doing, yes, of course, you are gaining weight. Because it's also about calories. It's not only about carbs. Yes, you need to remove the carbs to lose weight, but you also need to watch your calories. You don't need to excessively restrict your calories, but you need to watch them.
Bom dia, meus amigos! Like this video, subscribe and share. You would help me enormously.
You need to understand that gluttony, overeating, is also going to make you fat, even if you remove all the carbs. Because if you will eat, for example, 8 fried eggs with lots of bacon, large chunks of cheese, big fatty pork belly or steak, with lots of fat or heavy cream, full cream, yes, of course, you will get fat. And in the best case, you are not losing weight. Depends also on how you process nutrition. Some people are not gaining quickly, others gain quickly. But it's more complicated than you think. It's not just, oh, remove all the carbs, eat just as much cheese and cream and steak and pork belly as you want. It's not like that. You have to be very restrictive if you want to lose weight. So for example, now I've lost 7 kilograms already. I have another 7 kilograms to go. So right now I am limiting also my calories. I don't eat, of course, carbohydrates, but I'm also limiting the calories that I consume. So I would eat 6 fried eggs with lots of bacon. Now I only drink 4 raw eggs. I don't have the bacon. For lunch I would eat not 200 grams of cheese, but only 50. A small portion. Dinner, I would also be careful not to overeat, not to have 2 slices of pork belly, but only 1. I want to go to bed with a little bit of hunger, so that I can lose the fat, my body fat, during the night. And this works, because I've lost 7 kilograms already. Just do this, live with a little bit of hunger, don't starve yourself, just continue eating. But be careful, not only for the water, but also for your calories. Now, if I reach my desired goal of 78 kilograms, I can increase my calories some more. So then I can eat maybe 2 slices of pork belly or have some more raw liver. Raw liver is, by the way, a very good option for your lunch. It's not very calorie rich, even though it has carbs. It's a carby meat. And you see, that's not always about the carbs. It is more delicate than this. And I see people make the mistake going on the carnivore diet, overeating on steaks, overeating on eggs. And it will work maybe for a while, but if there's a moment where you have less daily activities, physical activities, you might run into problems of gaining weight, of stalling if you want to lose. And that's not really optimal. So gluttony, overeating of calories, is definitely a problem. God didn't create you to just stuff yourself with food. God created you to handle food wisely, to listen to your body, to create some deficiency during meals so that you will feel that you want to eat and not just stuff yourself out of habit. But that is very important. So if you are looking to do a carnivore, low carb diet, know that it's not only about the carbs. You also have to lower your calories. Watch your calories. You can eat cheese, but smaller portions. You can have liver, which is carby. So you can see that it doesn't make sense if you follow it so strictly. Only no carb. So that is something very valuable that I think that you have to know. Gluttony is not good in any form. Whether it's a high carb, sugary kind of gluttony, or a so-called more healthy, full fat, animal-based gluttony. It's also not right. Gluttony doesn't work to keep a healthy body, to keep a healthy weight. It's always a mistake. So be careful if you want to maintain your weight, if you want to lose weight, that you also watch not to overeat, not to fall in the trap of gluttony. So that was it for today from the lovely Copacabana beach, Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil. I say thank you for watching, and I'm very happy to see you next time.